Everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we're going to show you what comes in the box for Rove. Now, I previously did a playthrough of the prototype for the new standalone game for Rove called Rove Anchor Point. For kind of a reference point of what exactly that is, it's a standalone game that kind of is to Rove what Jaws of the Lion is to Gloomhaven. Now, one big difference is it is completely standalone. You can't bring those characters from Anchor Point into Rove, from what I understand, because there's enough rule changes to streamline the game and make it simpler to learn that it just doesn't work with Rove. So this is the full game. This is what Anchor Point is built off of and based on. And so we're going to take a look at what comes in here. This is currently on GameFound. Anchor Point technically is on GameFound, and then this has a reprint in that same campaign. So check the description for a link to that campaign so that you can see what it is. But now we're going to get into this. I've already opened it, punched it, and organized it so you can really see how things will look when you've got the game. So up here we've got the rule book right off the top. All right, and so it is, the rules go 60 less credits, so we'll call it 64 pages with the other gameplay rules there. And from everything I've seen, it's pretty well organized. I would even say very well organized. Lots and lots of example, plenty of pictures here, illustrations to help you understand what the rules are talking about. Now we've got these two boards here, which are for the adversary damage trackers, I believe is what these are called. I just want to get the exact terminology right. Adversary health tracker actually is what these are called. You see A, B, C, D, E, F. And that goes along with how the adversary book is laid out. I'll show you that here in just a second as well. But this is how you'll be able to easily keep track of the health of everybody on here. So now we have the map sticker sheet. I don't want you to see too much of it because it actually does warn you on the top not to look at it too much until you have been told to do so by the campaign. But obviously that is going to alter this map right here of the main world. And so you have lots of different areas here. You know, I love the artwork and the colors in this game, by the way. Super colorful. Very, very... very cool artwork, and I love the look of this map here as well. So that map sticker sheet is going to be altering this as you go along. Now here we've got a campaign sheet, got an extra one here as well. So as far as I can tell, these are identical, and so this is just so you have two, so you can run through the campaign twice. But you set up a party name, you got your level, you've got your base class, prime class, apex class, trait 2, all this stuff. Here's the campaign right here. Obviously different choices that are going to occur throughout the campaign, different branching areas in the story. You got some milestones down here. You've got your merchant level, which affects what cards are available in the for the merchant to sell you. You've got different reward armor and reward weapons, and then the adversary ether levels in here as well. It's going to change some of the ways the adversaries are powered, I suppose. So then we've got the campaign book here. And as you see, so far everything is really nicely organized. As an example, and you know, this game is going to be compared, or is compared to Gloomhaven, and is going to continue to be, because the DNA of Gloomhaven is very clear in some of the design choices. But do not let that make you think that this is simply a Gloomhaven clone, because there are so many differences. It is clear that they took love of Gloomhaven and iterated on it to create something entirely different here. And that has plenty of gameplay differences. But this is the campaign book here. And so, you know, as you go through, you're going to have choices to make. Haven't looked too deeply at this one yet. The Rove Anchor Point had a choice pretty early on in your readings to where you had to, right here. So here's a choice. So you go A or B, and depending on which one you go with, it's going to send you here to page 14 or here to page 26 of the campaign book. And so obviously different choices take you to different areas and potentially different encounters and stuff like that. This campaign book is 157 pages long, so You know, and you can see this is quest 9, encounter 6. So you have numerous different quests in here, with each quest having numerous encounters. The in here, so we got the Codex book next, and so you can see right here Codex links, and so these link to specific areas of the Codex book right here. And so you go through here and you find the right spot. Obviously, you probably don't want to don't pause your video and read too much in this unless you just really want to. But this is where a lot of spoilers are going to be. Ton of what's the word I'm looking for? Repercussions for your choices are going to be found in here. The results of your choices will be found in here. So that's where that is. Now, here we've got the map book, all right? So no tiles in this game. Every scenario has a map. And so here you go. You can see you've got beautifully colored, beautifully illustrated maps in here. Lots of great stuff. For the most part, from what I've seen, though, every map is a single page. So you don't have the enormous, you know, kind of table hog type maps that you find in Frosthaven. Nothing wrong with those. I'm playing through Frosthaven right now. My game group is about a fourth of the way through the campaign. So, you know, we play it every 2 weeks. It's a fantastic game. But if you are in a situation where maybe you need something that doesn't take up as much room on the table, or maybe you simply want something that doesn't take up as much room on the table, here you go. Every map is essentially a single page. And I haven't looked through every one of these. Maybe some maps sprawl both pages. But the point is, you've got it all contained right here in this map book. So here's the adversary book. And so the way this works is that when you have a certain scenario, it'll tell you which page in the adversary book to flip to. So for instance, if we need to go to page 3, we go here, and now we've got our 3 enemies, A, B, and C, right here in the map, in the adversary book. It gives you their health. It shows you what their affinities are for the different ether, and then it has their different actions they might take during the encounter, and it's all right here. You don't have to, you know, sort through any cards. You don't have to sort through anything like that. You know, so if page 43, actually this one is a 2-pager, so we've got 4 different enemies in this scenario because you've got A, B, and C over here, and then over here we've got D. So you can have up to 6 different enemy types in a scenario. Right? Nope, that's actually 2 different scenarios. But so you can see that you have everything in here. You just flip to the correct page, and there you go. And here's one. Okay, here's one with 5. We've got A through E here now. So this I really, really love. It makes it so easy to get your enemy stats, to figure out what the health and all that stuff of the enemy is without having to have separate cards. It's all just built into the individual pages of the adversary book. Then right here, you've got, what's the exact terminology again? It is just player boards. I thought there was some other name for them. These are just your player boards. And so the way this works, let me find one of the starting classes so I can show you how this works. Let's this right here. All right, so you can see with the classes you have these tuck boxes, and is that sealed? Oh, let me double check. That's a starting class. I don't want to look at something that's not a starting class yet. Yeah, that looks like the true scale. Okay, I'll just open it up. I guess I just got it sealed just so it didn't spill out during transit. So we've got our class board right here, the true scale. Gives you some information about them, shows you your affinities, your health, all that kind of stuff. What you're starting, what ether you start with, how these different ether fields affect you. All right, and it just goes right here in the player board. We've got these abilities that go on here in this area just like this. And the cool thing with this is that when you use an ability, you slide it up, and then you can say, okay, can't use that. I've already used that ability, can't use it again this round. And then you've got area over here for your personal pool and your infused pool of ether. And some additional slots here for whatever else gets unlocked throughout the game. So, great way to keep track of your character and all of their information. Okay, so let's move down here. So you already saw, obviously I pulled out the true scale deck here, and you can see you've got all these others in here. Now, as far as starting classes go, I believe there are 4 starting classes. 5 starting classes. So we've got the, let's see, this one right here is the Dune Dancer. We've got the Flash right here. You have the Shadow Piercer here, and the Sophist right here. And then, of course, the True Scale, which I already showed you. And here we've got the different quest boxes. And, you know, for instance, with Quest 0, which is sort of the introductory stuff, you open this box up, it's got all the stuff that you need that's specific to that quest already in there. You might need there might be some punch boards inside these boxes that you'll need to punch. But other than that, it's all organized, ready to go. Obviously, but this also, I didn't do anything with this. This came like this, already organized for you, ready to go. Makes it very easy. One of the points I meant to make earlier, and I got distracted by another point that I was trying to make, in terms of how it iterated on Gloomhaven, is the fact that you've got this organization built into the box. One of the big things with Gloomhaven, as phenomenal as a game as it is, and it is a phenomenal game, is that it is so difficult to stay organized unless you purchase a third-party organization option. This has it built in. These quests already have everything organized here, and then down here we've got this, which is where you can see that I've put, and the lighting isn't great for it. There we go. So we've got different ether fields over here. We've got traps in here. We've got some various items in this area here. I put the damage tokens in here. There we've got our mini stands and some other items that are kind of specific to the players and everything. So all of that organization makes that very easy. And then down here, we've got a few other things. We've got this round limit, basically this round tracker here. You've got your cards in here for the vast majority of these are merchant cards. There's a few other things in there as well. You've got these health trackers down here and all your dice here in 2 different areas. And that's the organization. That's it. That's all the organization you need. Everything is in here in its proper place. Very easy. Let me put this back down below. I think that's a better spot for it. Very easy to keep track of everything, to keep it organized. Absolutely love this. So, as I said, this is over on GameFound. Go check it out. By the time this recording comes out, by the time this video comes out, you'll have roughly 7 days left in the campaign. So go check it out. You can pick up Rove Anchor Point, which, like I said, is the smaller version of Rove. Go check out that gameplay video. It's a gameplay and overview video, so you get a good feel for what is in that box. And then you also can look at this right here as well, the main Rove game. Much bigger, expansive experience that just, from everything I've seen, has a lot of really cool content. Rove Anchor Point, just the prototype, has been a ton of fun to kind of play around with, dig my teeth into. Very, very cool. This game has me very excited as well. If I wasn't already in the middle of a campaign, I would jump into this campaign right away. But this one is going to be hitting my table in the near future when we have time for the next campaign. It'll definitely be in the running for what the campaign game we pick up next. So go check this out on GameFound. Go check out Rove Anchor Point on GameFound. The link is in the description below. And until next time, if you're bored online, bored offline.